Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation.
What we're looking at today is a 2017 BMW 330i xDrive sedan. This F30 3 Series sedan is painted in Mediterranean blue metallic.
You have smart key access on the front doors. On the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. The front door panels have storage areas with bottle holders, and this car has power windows, locks, and mirrors, as well as power folding mirrors.
This one has the Oyster interior color scheme with Dakota leather seat upholstery and burl walnut wood trim.
Both front seats are fully powered, and you also have two-person memory for the driver. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. It does have push-button ignition.
One of German automaker BMW's best-selling and most well-known cars is the 3 Series, which is their compact executive offering that has been in production for nearly 50 years. It competes with other compact executives like the Mercedes C-Class, Audi A4, and Lexus IS. As of the 2023 model year, the 3 Series is currently in its 7th generation. This 2017 we have here represents the 6th generation of the 3 Series, codenamed F30, which made its US debut for model year 2012, before ending production in the late 2010s to be replaced with the 7th Gen 3 Series. Around the mid-2010s, BMW adopted a new naming strategy whereby sedans and wagons used an odd number for their model name, while coupes, convertibles, and the like used even numbers. Because of this, the two-door versions of the F33 series were actually known as the first-generation BMW 4 Series. The same is true today, where coupes based on the current 7th Gen 3 series serve as the 2nd generation 4 series. So the F30 generation of the 3 series, if you count its 4 series brethren, was produced in a total of 6 body styles. You had the 3 series sedan, which we have here, along with the 3 series sports wagon. There was also the F30 based 4 series coupe and convertible, and then you had the 3 series Gran Turismo and the 4 series Gran Coupe, both of which were 5-door liftbacks, with the 3 Series GT being taller, roomier, and more crossover-esque, with the 4 Series Gran Coupe being sleeker and more coupe-like. 2016 saw the 6th Gen 3 Series get a lifecycle impulse, or mid-cycle refresh, which gave the car some subtle cosmetic updates, and for 2017, the 328i received a new engine and was renamed the 330i. The US market 2017 model year 3 Series 4-door sedan came in the following models: 320i, 330i, 328D, 330e Hybrid, 340i, and finally the legendary high-performance M3. I'll break down the engine options for these models in a caption you can pause and read. The 330i can be had with either rear-wheel drive or xDrive all-wheel drive, and either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic transmission. However, xDrive models like this one are automatic only. The instrument cluster houses 5 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, MPG meter, and oil temp gauge.
And then there's also a digital info display, which can be gone through via the button on the end of the turn signal stalk. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel, red color contrast stitching. There are also side bolstering grips. As for controls, on this side you have your cruise controls, whereas on this side you'll find your audio and hands-free phone controls. On the back of the wheel are paddle shifters for manually shifting the transmission. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. Some storage, climate vent for the driver, your headlight controls. On this side you have your high beam, turn signal, and information display stalk, whereas on this side you have your wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, you have the screen for your iDrive infotainment system, which we will go over more in a bit, your central climate vents, your power door lock button, hazard switch. You also have auto stop start. Got your main set of radio controls, volume power knob, presets, C-track, that kind of thing. You also have a CD player. From there, you'll find a set of dual zone automatic climate controls, along with 3-stage heated front seats, some storage, 2 cup holders with a power outlet. Next to the shifter, you got the toggle button for your parking sensors, as well as the one for your traction control, and then right here is your drive mode selector switch. Your driving modes are Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. It is an electronically actuated gear shifter. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines, and also tilts down the side view mirrors. The parking brake is hand operated. Right here is your main set of controls for the iDrive infotainment system, since that is not a touchscreen. The main knob, and then some shortcut buttons. Center console with some storage along with a USB port and an aux port. The glove box is lockable. Grab handles at all 4 corners. Both sun visors have vanity mirrors, lights, and card holders. Auto-dimming rear view with a compass, garage home link. On the overhead console, got your overhead lighting, roadside assistance, passenger airbag indicator, and your power sunroof controls. And finally, we have the iDrive infotainment system. So we're on the main menu, multimedia, of course you got the CD player, like I mentioned before, radio, AM, FM, Sirius XM, phone for pairing a phone, contacts, connected drive, vehicle info is a pretty nice menu, efficient dynamics, driving style analysis, that kind of stuff, quick reference, onboard owner's manual, that kind of thing, trip computers, vehicle status, there's your oil level, any service you might need to do, sport displays, now these are cool, auxiliary gauges for your horsepower and torque instant, then all sorts of settings. All sorts of system settings. I think it's actually quite simple. It's very straightforward to use with this knob. You can scroll with it, push down. So, pretty intuitive system for not being a touchscreen. But now, let's go ahead and roll down the driver's window and then take a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are fully automatic.
This one's equipped with 17-inch 5-split-spoke light alloy rims. The 330i is powered by BMW's B46 2-liter twin-scroll turbocharged inline-4 engine. This all-aluminum power plant includes dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, high-precision direct injection, as well as BMW's patented Valvetronic and double Vanos technologies. Horsepower is rated at 248 at 5200 RPM, while torque is rated at 258 pound-feet at as low as 1450 RPM. This car is equipped with BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system, and setting that power to all 4 wheels is an 8-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode. Running on premium unleaded with a 15.8-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for the 330i xDrive are 23 mpg in the city and 33 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Stopping the car are 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. I believe curb weight for this one is roughly 3,600 pounds.
Stored in the back door panels as well. Both front seats have map pockets on the backs of them. Rear passengers do get central climate vents, power outlet, coat hooks, overhead lighting, as well as a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. Then you also have a trunk pass-through. Now, space and comfort back here is someone who's about 6'1". Now, I did put the driver's seat, adjusted it for someone of my size, and I am pretty impressed with the room back here. I was expecting it to be quite a bit more cramped than this. I mean, this is a compact executive, only a 3 Series on the same tier as like a C-Class or Audi A4, that kind of thing. It might not look the most spacious, but for the seat as far back as it is, my legs aren't cramped up against anything. Headroom is also surprisingly alright for a sedan. My head's not having to bend down or anything. And honestly, where I am right now, I feel like I could actually ride back here and not be that uncomfortable. So they did a really good job with maximizing the interior space, especially in the back seat. Dual exhausts.
The trunk of the 3 Series sedan offers 13 cubic feet of space, which can be expanded by folding down the back seats.
And as you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2017 BMW 3 Series. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.